Trump is doing what he said he was going to do. I think everything he wanted to do in his first term, like he's going to push it in this term. You know what I mean? I really don't think Trump is the doom and gloom that people are fearing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it would take a lot more for America to become a dictatorship or a third world country. Let's talk about it. Let's take the air out the balloon. Let's have a touchy, uncomfortable conversation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of Americans want to have this conversation, but the conversation is too sensitive. A conversation like this is like a divorce conversation at the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? Between a married couple. That's what this conversation is like. It would take a lot more than him to threaten democracy, because I do believe there's a lot of people in his cabinet and his staff that even as conservative as they may be, still believe in democracy. They just believe in a conservative democracy, not so liberal. You know what I'm saying? No, there's only two genders. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like we can rock with that. Yeah, we don't have to hire you just because of your sexual preference. Okay, cool. We can rock with that. You know, so on and so forth, right? But you know, immigration is a thing that really has to be managed. You know what I'm saying? If not controlled. You know what I mean? Crimson Cure, one of my favorite female YouTubers, and she brought up how the pictures of the little kids in cages in ICE camps during the Obama term. You know what I mean? And she mentioned that, you know, the government is doing what they've always done. It's just, you know, it's just a new figurehead. You know what I'm saying? I.e. Trump. You know what I'm saying? But the government is doing what they've always done. And then she said, you know, Trump is doing what he said he was going to do, but he's not doing. But if you think his executive orders are absurd, could you believe the executive orders of the previous presidents? You know what I mean? And I get it. We still, you know, the black community is still reeling from the crime bill of the 90s from Clinton. You know what I mean? Where the black community is still reeling from Reaganomics, you know what I mean, from the crack era, right? So in an Iran-Contra scandal. So, you know, come on, you know what I'm saying? Let's take the air out of that balloon. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that Trump is as scary as a lot of y'all ABCT LGBT people are trying to make him. I don't believe that Trump is as scary as the black people are trying to make him. You know what I'm saying? I do see the plane crashes. I do see the leadership changes in different offices. Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But he's not doing anything different than what he did in 2016 to 2020. You know what I mean? And it's a growing pain. It's a growing pain. I do believe, like when I saw him say, "Oh, there's only two genders," I was like, okay, he's restoring balance. He's getting the ridiculousness out of here. Okay, cool. I dig that. You know what I mean? But a lot of y'all's triggers and fears is out of the see. I do believe there's a difference between freedom and chaos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these liberals, a lot of these ABCD XYG people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fatherless black people, I should say, because it's the fatherless black people who are triggered by Trump as well. Let's put that out there. But these alphabet people and these fatherless black people, I do believe the big reason they're so triggered is because they're not afraid of losing their freedom. They're afraid of losing their chaos. They're in love with chaos. They're in love with this anything goes kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? And they see a person like Trump as a threat to that. And that's on them. That's between them and God, really. You know what I mean? Because it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And you know, let me bite my tongue if it does get that bad. If your prophecy supersedes my prophecy, fine. Okay, I'll take it back. But I think it would take a lot more for it to get to where you guys are trying to take it. I do believe that yes, a lot of people, his policies and his orders and things, so on and so forth, and all of these things, all these political movements trickling downhill will hurt a lot of people. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And it will put a lot of people's backs against the wall, and it'll put a lot of people in the corner. I get it. And a lot of different demographics, as well as black people, maybe even me, you know what I'm saying, will be affected. This talk is very necessary right now. The Biden administration, the 4-year Biden administration, and the Kamala campaign, the Kamala race for president, they're one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Being as that Kamala was vice president and then she was incumbent and then wanted to roll right into the presidency. So you could say in that aspect, they're one and the same, but they both two standalone stories. The Biden administration was, I feel like the liberal, you know, ABCD LGBT push, you know what I'm saying? Say yeah, anything goes. Yeah, we're free to live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what that was. And then the Kamala campaign was black women's like nail in the coffin, you know what I'm saying, to black men. Like, yeah, we're the most educated, the most earning, the most business starting, and we're president. Like that's what that campaign was. Let's call a spade a motherfucking shovel. This is nasty work right now. Everything I'm talking about is nasty, but it needs to be said. It needs to be fucking said. But then when he kind of like put his foot down, it was like, oh, there's only two genders. I was like, oh, there's balance in the force. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said it. Somebody high up said it. You know what I mean? Because I knew things were getting out of hand when that Ketanji judge lady, when they asked her, what can you define a woman, and she couldn't answer that question. I was just like, oh, we go into a dark place. I was like, this is not.